Hello, friends. I've had a wonderful weekend. My cousin invited me to see a winter show. It was actually her daughter, my younger cousin, who owns a pole dancing studio. And it was their winter showcase. That's what it's called. Excuse me. And it was their first one. And I was really excited to see it. And it was really nice. She invited me and she treated me to staying at the hotel with her that night. That way we wouldn't have to drive back late at night. And it was really great. I've never been to a pole dancing studio before. It's something I've thought about. I've seen other people talk about it. I've read other articles about it. And at some point, it's on the bucket list. Like, I definitely intend to at least take one intro class. But it was really fun because it's the holidays. This is December. So a lot of the costumes were like, sexy Santa dresses and, fun flirty elves and all kinds of fun stuff. But it was really nice to see all these different women or femmes and different shapes and sizes, different ages. They had a few folks volunteer to come up on stage, and they were obviously students of the studio. So that was nice to see some of the students do what they were learning. And it was just really nice to watch some of these people blossom. Like, there was this one woman who, seemed like your shy sort of librarian type when she first walked up on stage from the audience. She was one of the students at the studio. And then when she started dancing, she transformed into this total, badass, just completely, just confident and on fire. And it was amazing just to watch the transformation. And there was just something really beautiful and inspiring about seeing all these different femmes in their power, all these different women and expressions of femininity, just blossoming. And it was really, really beautiful. And I could see now why someone would really be into pole dancing and why they'd want to become obsessed with it. I get it, the sense of power, reclaiming your body for yourself, owning your own physical space. And it was just amazing, just to watch some of the floor work. And I was in the very back row, so sometimes when people were on the floor, I couldn't see very well. So all I'd see were these 6-7 inch stilettos circling the air. Which was kind of fun, in the sparkly fishnet or the sparkly pantyhose. And that in itself was kind of a fun aspect of theater. And I could see how someone would feel really powerful in those stilettos, just the extra height that you get from them. And there's something powerful about feeling sexy. And to do it in a space that, is safe and is supportive, where you don't have to worry that your being sexy is going to be exploited or used against you. And I think that's the challenge I've had with feeling sexy in public or having that kind of attention on me. And that's why I typically don't wear those kind of outfits to get that kind of attention, unless it's, a super special date and someone I'm really into. And I think that's why myself and a lot of women save it for those occasions, because when you're out and about in the real world, it doesn't really feel safe. There's so much unwanted attention that you get, the few times I have done that sort of thing. And it feels really scary on some level. You don't know if some guy is going to totally cross the line or take advantage of you. And it's a shame that we have to think about it. There are very few times in my life where I felt really fully comfortable and safe in a public space, especially if I'm by myself or it's at night. Really the only time that comes to mind is a long, long time ago. I went to the Women's Michigan Musical Festival. I did that, I think 2 years in a row, actually, with friends, which was really fun. And I know there's a lot of controversy around that, and it's kind of a shame that that space no longer exists. But it was Well, that's a whole other topic of conversation I don't really want to get into right now. But what I loved about it, because it was all women, femmes, it was the one time where I could be out at night, like in the woods, in the forest, under the moonlight and the stars. And I felt completely safe walking around by myself. Like there's nowhere else I would ever do that. Like I would never go hiking at night somewhere on a beautiful trail by myself as a woman. Like that's just never going to happen. And it's really sad that, I don't feel safe to do that. Whereas I know that's something that like, men, or, more masculine identified folks, they have that freedom, that autonomy. And so it was nice to see women on stage experiencing that physical and emotional safety on stage that I felt when I was at the Women's Music and Musical Festival at night by myself. Like I could walk away from my friends and have time alone, like in a forest at night, and feel 100% physically safe. And then I was able to relax emotionally and spiritually as well as a result of that. And it's not that I still can't have that similar experience. Like I have gone camping with friends, girlfriends, and I feel safe with them for sure. But it's not that same sense of being 100% completely physically safe. I'm sure most of you listening, you understand what I'm saying. But anyway, it was super fun. It was a great show. And it was really nice just to spend time with my cousin who I'd been craving some one-on-one time with. So it was really nice that she reached out and invited me to do this. So I got my wish to like connect with her. And then we had breakfast together this morning, and I got to learn more of that side of the family and like family stories I'd never heard before. And it was really nice. And it's always especially nice to do that sort of thing around the holiday times, when you connect with family like that. And it snowed, and it didn't snow much, which was nice because we're on the East Coast and like Maryland. And so, if you get more than like a couple inches, like everything comes to a grinding halt. But it was just like an inch. And I had forgotten how beautiful snow actually is. It sucks that it's so freezing cold, and that that's the trade-off. Like, you have to put up with the cold if you want to see the beauty of the snow. But it was great too, because while she was showering, I was able to open up the blinds. I was up pretty early. We were both up pretty early. So I got to look at the snow-covered parking lot before it had been plowed. And it was like one of those picture perfect postcard moments. Like the snow was so white and pristine, and the sun was just glistening off of it. And it just looked like this whole beautiful blank slate, like this fresh start. And it was just so soothing and relaxing. And I thought, wow, maybe it's like a symbol of what's to come. January 2026 is going to be the beginning of a 1 year in terms of numerology. So it's going to be a blank slate for all of us. It's a new 9-year cycle that's beginning. And I felt like the universe was giving me a reminder of that. Like I get to have a whole brand new start in 2026. Like a whole new foundation is being built, or a whole new life is about to unfold for me. And I think this is going to happen for a lot of us in 2026, at least just because of the way the astrology looks like it's rolling out. Like January, February, March, like lots of new energy, new starts is going to be coming up for folks. So this is also a good reminder to begin clearing out, cleaning out, clearing out what needs to be cleared out, releasing what you don't want to bring into 2026. And I felt like I got to have a reminder of that this weekend. And it was just really nice, even though it was crazy freezing cold this morning. While I was outside for a few minutes, like just getting the fresh, clean air and looking at the snow on the empty branches and some of the snow on some of the bushes and the breeze going across it, creating like light snow drifts, and the snow covered trees like swaying in the wind in the morning sunlight. It was just really beautiful. And it was just really nice to experience that moment of beauty and serenity. And I hope you have moments of beauty and serenity in your world as well this week. And much love. Easefully yours, Darice.